course, you know we've got the one and only talented lady. She does her thing on the ones and twos, DJ Ohso.
What's up?
What's good, man? How you doing?
I'm okay, how are you?
I'm good. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
What's your plan for your birthday, man?
Honestly,
aside from being here, how's your birthday?
This was my year of like not celebrating my birthday. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna work on my birthday. So I've been up since like 6 in the morning doing mixes and stuff, and then I came here. Yeah.
That's what it is, man. Hanging out the Royalty Radio.
Yes, and there's gonna be a whole bunch of estrogen in the room in a couple seconds.
It's all good. Can't go wrong on that.
Shout out to the ladies.
It's all good. Shout out to all ladies, of course. Now, of course, you know, let's get into it, man. DJ Ohso, why the name DJ Ohso?
So, when I decided that I wanted to be a DJ, I was like, that's gonna be my DJ name. I didn't want to use my government name because I felt like it sounded a little corny. And then I had people in my ear like, you should be DJ Ladyfingers. I'm like, no. And I kept getting a whole bunch of like different ideas, and I was like, not doing that. And then, you know what, Ohso popped into my head because I was like, Ohso, insert positive word. So as long as no one's saying negative, Ohso works.
Most definitely. Now, of course, influence-wise, who are some of your influences?
Okay, so I grew up listening to a lot of underground hip hop. I would say that the one thing that made me want to be a DJ, I went to a Talib Kweli concert when I was like 13.
Right.
And I don't know who the DJ was that was spinning, but he was like in my head playing every song I wanted to hear, and I'm like, that's what I want to do. And then I went to my mom, I'm like, Mom, I want to be a DJ. Oh. And then she said, girls don't DJ. And she shot the dream down quick, and I was like, okay. And then like a couple years ago, I was like, you know what, I think I can still do it. I love music. I've been collecting music since I was a little kid, so that's how I got into it.
Okay, now did your mom still agree with that?
Oh, now my mom's like, yes, you know, like she's so supportive of it. She's like, I want to come to your shows. I'm like, okay, now, thanks. I've been doing this like 10 years ago. Yeah.
Has your mom actually come to you?
She has not. She's very like hermity a little bit, but she's gonna come out one day, probably like a little.
You need to bring her out, you know what I'm saying? Bring her out, let her show her the skills that you got.
Yeah, actually, you know what though? Sometimes like when I'm spinning in my room, she'll just like walk into the room and she'll start dancing because I like to play a lot of old school music. So she's like, how do you know this? I'm like, duh, I was in your belly when you were listening to it.
That is true. That's true. Now, of course, in terms of starting off, so you learned all of this by yourself, or did you have a mentor?
I didn't have a mentor per se. I was asking a lot of friends. I have a lot of DJ friends, and I was like, guys, can someone, you know, show me like a 1-2 thing? And they were like, okay, come. One of my friends, his name is DJ Feeling. Okay. He's like, come to my house. Let's see. Like, I'll let you touch my turntables. Don't break my needles. I'll show you what the faders are, the high mids and lows. And then I'm like, okay, cool. So he left me for like an hour, and I just started playing around. When he came back, he's like, okay, I think that you could do it. But then it was really hard to kind of like collaborate with him and work on it like more. So I just went and DJ Switches. He came with me to buy my own turntables. Okay. Got my own turntables and just started doing everything by myself.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how long have you been doing it for now?
I would say it's a year and a half now.
Wow, you're doing big things. And of course, where's your residency at?
You know what? I'm actually out in Miami now.
Miami?
Yeah, I spinned a little bit out here last year, but I kind of wanted to like just kind of step out of the comfort zone and everyone's always afraid to step out of that bubble, and I was like, you know what? I'm going. So I went, and I literally was like, I don't know anyone here. I'm gonna introduce myself to people, and it just started blowing up from there. And it's like everything's been amazing since I've been out there. So
feedback on the first set when you started in Miami.
It was, you know, my first set was it was this there's this party in Miami on the beach. It's called Classic Sundays. Okay. I walked in there and they were like, okay, we're gonna let you do your set. It's gonna be at 1:30, and I'm like, hold on, 1:30? Like I kind of wanted to do an opening set, and they were like, no, 1:30 you'll be okay. So I'm like, okay, I'm not nervous. 2 seconds later, they're like, okay, it's time to go. I'm like, all right. I'm like, by the way, Will Smith is here. And I'm like, excuse me? Who? Will Smith? And I'm like, oh my God, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like I was excited, but I wanted to talk to him. But I was like, okay, I gotta work. So then I got up there, nerve-wracking. Yeah. I was sweating, like my hair was all out. And then I played Motown Philly, and he went nuts. Like he was just like in the middle of the dance floor going insane. Yeah. And afterwards, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I made Will Smith dance like that. So I had, honestly, that was like best experience ever.
Mostly. Yeah. And of course, how does it feel being back in town doing everything over here? Are you gonna ever come back here and, you know, a residency up here, or just gonna chill out here, man?
You know what? I like the growth and the pace that I'm going at in Miami. I always come home to visit my family and to visit friends, and whenever I do, I shout everyone out and say, hey, I'm gonna come out. So that's why, like, when Andre was like, oh, are you gonna be in town for that week? I'm like, that's actually my birthday week. I'm like, I will be. So thank you very much for inviting me. I definitely appreciate that.
Just promote yourself real quick. Let the people know where, you know, they can get a hold of you.
Twitter. I tweet a lot.
Alright.
At DJ Ohso XO. So DJ. Wait, how do you spell DJ? DJ OHSO XO.
It's one of those days, you know.
It really is. It
We'll
really
blame it
is.
on the weather. It's all good.